Are you thinking about switching to cloth diapers? If so, that's awesome. Hi, my name is Crystal Van Daren. I'm a mother of 4, private flute teacher, and I love cloth diapers. It's the smartest decision I made to switch because it brings me the peace of mind of knowing that I will never run out of cloth diapers. It's better for the environment and it saves me money. There are lots of different types of cloth diapers, and I'd like to show you the different kinds and tell you kind of the basics of how to do it, because cloth diapering is actually really easy. So first up, cloth diapering consists of simply an absorbent layer that goes around your baby, followed by a waterproof layer. We all recognize these are plastic pants, right? So all you have to do, you don't have to spend a lot of money. Go out, get yourself some receiving blankets, and then learn how to fold them, and we'll show how to fold these in a minute. And then you just either pin it on your baby, or with these receiving blankets, they're so long that you can just kind of tie it, and then you put on plastic pants. That's all a cloth diaper is. Now, there are lots of different brands, lots of different companies, and lots of different ways to do exactly that, and you have the freedom to choose how much you spend. You can spend anywhere from $70 to $1,000. So let's get started. The most basic form of a cloth diaper is a flat, and that's what I just showed you. A step up from a flat is a pre-flat, something that's cut and prepared prior to putting it on your baby, and so it's much, much easier to use. The next step up from a pre-flat would be something like a pocket diaper. A diaper that has a pocket that you then stuff your absorbency inside, just like so. The step up from pocket diapers, I'd say a hybrid diaper, one that has an absorbent layer that snaps all the way around your baby, and then you put inside of a cover, like these Esembly diapers here. So as you can see, the whole thing is absorbent. You put it on your baby, and then again cover it with a waterproof cover. There are also diapers called all-in-one. They're diapers that have everything sewn into the diaper, so you don't need to worry about stuffing it or disassembling it or anything like that. There are benefits to each. The pros and cons to an all-in-one diaper is it's all there. That's the benefit. You don't lose it in the laundry, you don't have to pre-prepare it, and it's really easy to put on your baby. The disadvantage is that it's hard to clean, and it takes a really, really long time to dry. The benefit to your hybrid diapers is they really don't leak. I very rarely get leaks with my fitted diapers. They're usually pretty easy to wash. These Esembly diapers are a little bit more challenging because it's almost like an all-in-one, except it's got gaps sewn in it so that it washes up easier. But another huge benefit to fitted diapers is that you don't have to change the cover every time you change your baby. You often can go several diaper changes with one cover, and all you're changing is the soiled absorbent layer. With your pocket diapers, the benefit is once you prepare it, it's there. It's just like a disposable diaper. It goes on the baby. This is the diaper that you want to send to daycare or send with the babysitter or have ready for your husband if he's hesitant to get on the diaper train with you. Once it's stuffed, it's easy. The disadvantage is then you have to unstuff it. Not terribly difficult. You also have to take time to stuff it if you want it to be simple and easy, just like a disposable. The biggest disadvantage to pocket diapers, though, is they're just like disposables, and they leak just like disposables. They'll leak out the back, they'll leak out the legs, just depending on how violent your baby's poops and pees are. The benefit to the flats and pre-flats is that you can get a custom fit on your baby. It's so nice because you can fold it as small as it needs to be or as large as it needs to be, both leg-wise and height-wise. So you can get a perfect fit every time, and they never ever leak unless you forget to change your baby's diaper and then put them to bed, in which case, a diaper can only hold so much, but these guys hold quite a bit. And if you need more absorbency for the nighttime, all you have to do, open it up, put an insert in, fold it up. So that's a pre-flat, and the flats work the exact same way. You can customize your absorbency. So this is the how-to with diapers. We're going to start by showing how to stuff a pocket diaper. When you have a pocket diaper that's just too small for your hand to go inside, you want to bunch it up just like you do pantyhose. See the inside out part right there? Stick the top in, pinch it from the outside, and then you can just pull it on through. Larger pocket diapers, like a one size fits all, is much, much easier because you typically can put your hand all the way through. You just put your hand in, pinch it, and then use your hand to smooth it out. You really do want the insert to lie as flat as possible so that the water doesn't wick off. This is a flat diaper. It's really just a receiving blanket. So what you do, you fold it in half, fold it in half again. You take a corner, fold it down, and then you flip it over and fold it up to create your absorbent layer. Then you can fold in the sides or the wings so that it matches the width that you need for your baby, and then you can fold up the top. A pre-flat, you just fold in the sides and then fold it up. Now, how to fit this to your baby, we're going to take this newborn size diaper, put it underneath the baby, kind of just at their hips or their waist, pull it up, and you see how I'm squeezing it. I'm squeezing it so it forms a U shape on the inside. That'll better catch your pee. And then you just button it to whatever size fits. You don't want it too tight. You don't want it too loose. So very simple. These rise buttons, I'll show you on a larger diaper now. So this diaper is too huge for this size of a baby. If you leave it big like this, you're going to have gaps in the legs, which then will lead to poop leakage. So what you do is you can snap up the rise like so. Make sure that the fold goes up, not down. And then same as a diaper that fit perfectly, you just kind of put it at the baby's hips, U shape to tuck into the underwear line. Hold it tight against their belly button, and then you just snap it where the snap falls. Taking it off, just as easy. Just take the thing off. Now for the flat, we already folded it up. So we put it underneath your baby, and we need to fold these sides in to fit the baby's crotch. Bring it up, tuck in any excess that you don't need. And this has enough excess that I don't need a snappy. I can just tuck it in. Take your plastic pants or your diaper cover. Voila. Now for the pre-flat, take your pre-flat, open it up, put it at the baby's waist. You want it to completely come over the waist. If you have it too high up, it'll wrap around the legs and then be more likely to leak. So just make sure it's at the waist. Stretch it up, tuck in the excess, pull the straps over, and then get your snappy. Just like that. And then you take your diaper cover and put it over the top. You want to make sure that none of the wicking part is exposed. There are different types of inserts that go with these diapers. The pre-flats and the fitteds and the flats, those are inserts in a sense that they're absorbent, right? They hold the pee. But with your pocket diapers, you have to have custom inserts that go inside. So there are different materials that we use for inserts, and you can use, you could cut up a t-shirt and stuff it in, or you can even use a t-shirt as a flat and tie it on your baby. We use cotton, we use hemp, we use bamboo, or even microfiber. They all have their pros and cons. Cotton is very, very absorbent, and it's just nice. It's organic, biodegradable. Cotton does smell a little bit. It's not that the diaper isn't clean, but it just, I don't know, cotton has a certain smell when it's wet, and if you have a cotton t-shirt, you know what I'm talking about. Cotton is very susceptible to staining, however, so that is the disadvantage to cotton. You also have hemp. Hemp is really expensive, but it's very absorbent. It doesn't stain. I mean, it's already not white, but the disadvantage is that it's expensive. Bamboo is a lot more affordable, and it's so soft. It's so nice. You could put this inside your diaper up against your baby's skin, and your baby will be fine. The disadvantage is bamboo doesn't hold quite as much as your cotton and hemp diapers. Microfiber can either be expensive or cheap. It kind of depends on the brand, but it holds a lot. The disadvantage to microfiber is that it wrings out very easily. And so I've noticed that this tends to lead to increased cases of diaper rash. So if you're going to use microfiber, you might want to consider putting a natural fiber layer on top, just so that baby is dry and the microfiber is not against their skin. You never, ever, ever put microfiber right up against their skin. These are good for pocket diapers or a booster inside of a pre-flat. So those are the different types of materials and inserts that go on your baby. Now, let's talk about the washing part. Because changing the baby itself it's just like a disposable. It's not hard. Take off the dirty diaper, you put the clean diaper on, then you take your dirty diaper, and if you're at home, you can just throw your dirty diaper in a diaper pail, or in my case, a garbage can that has a wet bag on the inside to contain all of the moisture and all of the odors. And then on wash day, washing your diapers consists of 2 steps. You need a pre-wash to kind of flush everything away, and then a main wash. If your baby is a newborn and they're exclusively breastfed, you don't have to dump anything in the toilet, because breastfed babies, their poop is water soluble, so you don't have to worry about rinsing it out or anything. Just do the pre-wash and then the main wash, and we'll talk about those in just a second. There are kind of 3 methods or schools of thought on how to wash your diapers. The most effective for avoiding staining is more of a hands-on method. So you take your dirty diaper, say, okay, here's this one. Let's pretend that this is an older baby and they have more of a solid poo, and it's not that liquidy newborn poo. You're gonna have to discard the poop, which, by the way, did you know that with disposables, you're supposed to throw the poop in the toilet? I know, I never did either, but it says to do it on the box. So you take the poo, you just kind of knock it off in the toilet. If you'd like, you can take a liner. This is a washable fleece liner, very soft, very nice, but they also make bamboo disposable liners. But you put the liner in your diaper, and that way when the baby poops, you just lift out the poop and then put it in the toilet, and then you can rinse this out, put it in the pail, just like that. If you don't use a liner, I find that, the solid poo, it knocks off just fine in the toilet. And then under the sink, I just take my diaper and a scrub brush and just kind of scrub off the solid pieces, rinse it out, put it in the pail. Same thing with pee. I just take the insert, rinse it out, put it in the pail. That's my pre-wash, and I'm only doing it as I go, and that way the diapers don't stink, the poo and pee's gone. Yeah, it's not nice to touch the poo and pee, but then it's gone and it's taken care of, and there's no stench, and then your pre-wash is kind of done as you go along. The disadvantage to that is obviously that then you're touching dirty diapers, and some people find that disgusting. If you're like me and had to potty train kids, it's inevitable. You're going to have to touch poo eventually, because you're going to potty train your child eventually, and I promise you, they're going to poop their pants. The second school of thought for cloth diapering, this is my favorite method, but it uses more electricity. So method 1 uses the most water because you're washing as you go. Method number 2 uses the most electricity or energy cost, whatever you use for your machine to run. When you change the diaper, put it in a wet bag, and then you just hang on to that for the day, and then every morning you take them out, dump them in your washing machine, and you do a pre-wash. And a pre-wash is just a warm water wash with a little bit of detergent. And then once they're done, you take them out of the washing machine, and then you can put them in your pail to await your deep wash day. Deep wash day is when you use just whatever deep wash setting you have on your washing machine or a 2-hour deep clean setting. Do not use sanitize. It will disintegrate your diapers. It's too hot. Your water temperature should be around 100 to 140 degrees, but you want to use a hot wash and a generous amount of detergent as recommended by your detergent manufacturer. And then when they're done, you put them in the dryer. You can either put them in dryer on low heat, and then depending on the type of diaper, it will depend on how long and how many cycles of low heat to get them dry. For me personally, I prefer to separate out the covers and hang dry them on my laundry basket. Super simple. I have a window in my laundry room, so I just put it by the window and they dry so fast. And that way I don't have to worry about ruining my elastics or my covers on a high heat setting on my dryer. And then I can dry my inserts on a medium heat and they get dry much faster. So that's school of thought number 2. The third method is very similar to the first method, except you're not doing your pre-wash daily. You're doing your pre-wash at the same time as your main wash. So you just store your dirties in the bin. Then every 2 to 3 days, you want to do your pre-wash and then immediately follow up with your main wash, and then the dry is exactly the same. I don't like that method because I don't like smelling poo. Some people it doesn't bother. Maybe you've got a really good diaper pail, and if that's your method, that's great. It'll save you time, it'll save you money. For me, I prefer to get rid of the poop earlier on so that it's not sitting. If you do method number 3, where you do the pre-wash and main wash back to back, you will need to wash your diapers more frequently. Whereas if you do a pre-wash every day, you can go 4 days. You're not supposed to go 4 days, but you can go 4 days without washing. So it's less use overall. If your diapers come out and they have stains, and like I said, cotton is notorious for staining. Give it a good smell. If it smells bad, you put it back in your pail to be washed again because it's not clean. But if you smell it and it doesn't smell, it just has the stain on it, all you have to do is lay it out in the sun, and within a couple hours the stains go away. It's amazing. If you live in a cold place where laying your diapers out in the sun is not an option, you can put them in the dash of your car. You can hang them in a window. It doesn't have to be outside. It just has to be in the sunshine. And if you just don't have any sunshine, you want to get a brand like Esembly that can be bleached. Not all of your diapers can be bleached. In fact, most brands cannot be bleached. So do not bleach your diapers unless they say they can be bleached, which Esembly can be. If you have hard water, you're going to need to use a water softening agent in your water. Don't just increase your detergent amount, because then you'll get detergent buildup along with the hard water buildup, and your diapers will start to stink and they'll be very difficult to get clean. So use a water softening agent along with the recommended detergent amount. If you have soft water, the challenge is to make sure that you use enough detergent to get your diapers clean and as little detergent to accomplish that. Otherwise you'll get detergent buildup. I have a water softener in my home. Our water is very hard, so we installed a home water softener system, and that's always my battle, is trying to use the least amount of detergent that I can get away with. You know you found the right amount of detergent when your diapers come out, you smell them, and they're clean. If you're wondering what type of detergent to use, I'll make it really simple for you. Tide, Free, and Clear. I love it. I always go back to it. I've tried so many different natural detergents. They have to be free of certain ingredients, and there's a whole list out there, so I'm just gonna make it really simple. Tide, Free, and Clear. If you're adverse to using Tide, there are other options. I know Esembly, if you see this little package right here, Esembly has their own patented formula that was created by chemists for cloth diapers. I don't like it because I think it smells funny, but it seems to get the diapers clean fine. Another drawback is it's a little bit on the pricey side, but again, if that's your thing and you want something that's good for the environment, gentle on baby, and still gets things clean, Esembly is a good detergent to consider. Another one is Kirkland Signature. If you're a Costco shopper, Kirkland Signature is perfectly safe for cloth diapers. Not my favorite. Kirkland Signature, I find I just have to use more than I like to in order to get my diapers clean. Norweg's Ultra Power Plus is also cloth diaper safe. I don't recommend it because it is very, very expensive. But this stuff cuts odors like you wouldn't believe. If your child is thrown up, if your child has wet the bed, this is the detergent I use. And I do use it on my diapers when traveling, or about once a month, every other week, just whenever I feel like I want my diapers a little freshened up. Then I use my Norwex. But other than that, Tide free and gentle. Another part of cloth diapering that you might want to consider is cloth wipes. Ew, gross, right? Who would do cloth wipes? I know I didn't want to until I give it a try, and I realized how easy and effective and sanitary they are. So cloth wipes, you wash them the same as your diapers. But one thing that I noticed when I started cloth diapering that really got on my nerves is I would change my baby and I had my disposable wipe. I'd wipe the baby and then I had to throw away the wipe because I couldn't throw it in the wash with my diaper, which, by the way, disposable wipes are perfectly launderable. They're not reusable, but if you accidentally get one through your laundry, it's not going to fall apart on you. It's not the end of the world. But ideally, you'll not put the wipe in the wash and you'll be able to take the wipe, put it in the trash, but then that was accumulating stinky trash in my laundry room and I didn't like that. And I don't really like disposable wipes because they're thin and they're really hard to get the poop off, if you know what I mean. If you're a parent, you know what I mean. So I looked into doing cloth wipes, and cloth wipes can be as simple as taking a piece of material and cutting it in squares and hemming it. These are Nora's Nursery cloth wipes. They're just little squares of cotton. Very nice. See? Just a little square of cotton. And then to prep the wipes, all you do is you get some hot water and some castile soap. Liquid castile soap is perfectly cloth diaper friendly. Do not wash your cloth diapers with castile soap. It won't get them clean. But to use them on your wipes is perfectly safe. So you take your bin of warm water, pour a little bit in, and it takes really just a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon and a half. Not very much. And then you dilute it with water, and then you just put these in that solution. Kind of wring them out a little bit. I live in a dry climate, so I don't wring them out much at all. But then you just put them in a wet bag or a Tupperware, and that way when you go to change your baby, you take out your pre-wet wipe your baby down. So much more effective, so much easier, pretty gentle on your baby's skin too. And that way you can put it with your diaper, put it in the wash, and it all goes in the wash together. It all comes out of the wash together and it's all clean, I promise. They get clean, they don't smell. Same concept with the stains. If there's stains, then you just lay it out in the sun. And if you're wiping up a poop, you don't have to then shake out the poop in the toilet or scrub the poop out unless you want to. So if I have a stinky, gnarly poop, sometimes I'll rinse them out just because I don't want to smell it. But you don't have to. You can just put it in the pail, put it in the wash, just like your diapers.